It doesn't just come out of nowhere. First it's the heart that becomes hard. Then it's the close relationships that become stiff. Then the tongue becomes harsh. And all of that evolves eventually into bloodshed. So when we don't soften, when our tongues don't soften, when our relationship with Allah and our close relationship doesn't fix, then we don't get to complain that there are some people killing each other. Because we're part of that cycle. They're just the most extreme end of it. But there's a lighter version that we're culprits of. That's the progression in these ayat. In the midst of those ayat, Allah said, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. Do you believe in some parts of the book and deny other parts of the book? How does somebody do that? Nobody comes and says, by the way, I believe in this surah. Next surah, no, I'm a kafir of that surah. You decide what parts of the religion are suited for you. And what parts of the religion I can just ignore. And so people do this in different ways. For some people, the outside of the religion, the length of the beard is really important. The head cover is really important. You have to wear a shalwar kameez or a thobe. And those are Islamic clothes. Or this guy doesn't even have a beard. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. His face is haram. Or that one doesn't wear hijab. You know, what kind of hijab is that? Look, there's a hair sticking out. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. When you go to somebody's house, where did you get the chicken? Did you get it from the zabiha place? How zabiha is the zabiha place? Did you do an exhaustive background check of the butcher? Did you find out where he was born? And how many animals he's killed so far? And does he pronounce Bismillah Allahu Akbar properly or not? Because if not, I'm not eating here. I'll just have the salad and I'll go. This is their Islam, checking the ingredients on every ice cream packet to make sure you're not eating haram. But when it comes to giving mahr to the wife, when it comes to giving the inheritance, the same long beard, same hijabs, super halalified everything else. When it comes to money, I don't know where that Islam went. It just disappeared all of a sudden. When it comes to speaking kindly to people, when it comes to not backbiting against others, when it comes to not putting someone down, when it comes to not slandering somebody, it just disappeared. So in some things, extremely Islamic looking. And other things, that's worse than any kafir would ever do. By the way, justice, kindness, mercy, forgiveness, softness in speech, they only come when a heart is soft. But the outside appearance and impressing somebody with your religious, you can quote stuff. You even know Arabic. Abu Jahl spoke really good Arabic. The leader of the Munafiqun, Abdullah ibn Ubay, he gave epic speeches, man. His Arabic was way better than mine. So if you want to just quote Arabic and you feel like you're more religious, that's not what makes somebody religious. Knowledge doesn't make you more religious. Appearance doesn't make you more religious. It doesn't make you a better person. But for some people, that's essentially Islam. Somebody doesn't look that way, then you judge them. And you don't even judge yourself over the wrong things you're doing in your life, in the way you're dealing with people, even in the way that the prayers have become. You're praying perfectly. You're like, according to my school of thought, the hand should be here, or here, or here, wherever they are. And the entire prayer, you're looking at the guy's hands next to you, whose hands are a little bit lower, like, and as soon as salah is done, bro, your ruku was just not 90 degrees. It was more like, you need to fix your ruku. Why are you checking somebody else's prayer? What's wrong with you? This is a heart that is not overwhelmed by the remembrance of Allah. On the other side is the other extreme. People that say, no, I'm not that religious. I don't want to be like these people. They all look religious, but really they're just scum and they're cheaters and liars. I don't want to deal with them. I know what they're all like. Fine, you're not Islamic. You call yourself normal. Except when it's to your advantage. So when your son is acting up, you start quoting, in Islam, you have to be good to your mom. Mom just got religious? No, mom didn't get religious. Just religion served her purpose right now. So she quoted it. Or the husband who doesn't even pray, drinks, whatever else, abusive. And the wife speaks up, in Islam, women are supposed to be obedient. Islam? Really? You? Islam? When do you quote Islam? When you can slap somebody with it. There'll be people that have lived a completely non-religious life that are going through a divorce. In the Western courts, it's like the women and men, they get 50-50, right? But Sharia court is going to give you more money. So he becomes religious during the divorce and says, I'm going to go to Sharia court because I don't want her to have, mashallah. This part of the Sharia is very beloved to me. Everything else about Sharia, who cares? This is أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. But let's take a deeper look. You and I have certain sins, we're doing some things wrong, and we don't want to let go of that wrong. We're afraid of letting it go. It's too dear to us, it's too sweet to us, it's too compelling to us. And when we're standing in front of Allah, we're telling Allah, Ya Allah, I'm willing to pray for you, I'm willing to recite Quran, I'm willing to do all this other good, but let me just hold on to this sin. Okay, I'll make up for it with all this other good stuff. بَلَا مَنْ كَسَبَ سَيِّئَةً وَأَحَاطَتْ بِهِ خَطِيئَتُهُ. Somebody who earned a single sin, and that mistake took a hold of him. It surrounded him. Like you start negotiating with Allah, I'll give you all this other ibadah, but this 1, 2, 3 haram things, let me just hold on to them, okay? I'm not dealing with that. You know, at first you maybe even make istighfar for it, eventually you stop even making istighfar for it. Allah knows how I am. At least I do all this other good stuff. This is أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. Believing in some parts of the book, rejecting, denying, ignoring other parts of the book. And so I conclude with the scary conclusion that Allah Himself gives. May Allah protect all of us. He says, فَمَا جَزَاءُ مَنْ يَفْعَلُ ذَلِكَ مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. لاحظوا قال منكم لا منهم لا من بني إسرائيل منكم. He says, what should be the compensation for somebody who does that among you? Except خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا, humiliation in this worldly life. وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يُرَدُّونَ إِلَى أَشَدِّ الْعَذَابِ. And on the day of resurrection, they will be rejected and taken back to the most intense of all punishment. In other words, this is the worst of Jahannam. وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ. And Allah is not at all unaware of the things that you do. Because these people are supposed to be believers. They're supposed to be ambassadors of Allah's deen. When they take part of the book and they reject other parts of the book, they make the book itself look ugly. They make Islam look ugly. And for so many other people who could have come to Islam, when they see their behavior, they walk away from Islam. As a matter of fact, even their own younger generation says, my parents acted in this way. My uncles acted in this way. They were religious in this, but look at how they behaved in this, and this. I want nothing to do with Islam. You were the reason to push shaitan's agenda onto your own, to spread kufr within your own. What bigger crime is there?